Alright, so last Sunday, I had a pretty cool experience. I was fortunate enough to find a pod of Pacific white-sided dolphins. Now, these are absolutely my favorite dolphin species for several reasons. They just look cool. They're also a really playful, curious species of dolphin, so they usually will come right up to you and check you out. It's also actually pretty rare to find these guys off Southern California. They spend most of their time offshore and further up the California coastline where the water's a lot colder. And they only show up in SoCal waters in the winters typically, when the water drops down to like 60 degrees or below. And in recent years, they've actually been kind of absent. It used to be an annual thing where we'd see the white-sides come down to Orange County every year, but in recent years we've seen fewer and fewer of them. So it was really a cool experience to find these guys unexpectedly this last weekend. Alright, so let's talk about some of their behaviors. So first of all, they are really fast swimmers. So I was really lucky to find this particular pod that was just kind of like milling about and chilling. If they were in traveling mode, they would have just zoomed right past me. I would have waved and said bye, and this video would have been a lot shorter than it is. But luckily, this particular pod was just kind of milling about. These dolphins, as I said earlier, they're really social and engaging. So as you can see here, I'm paddling a little faster to see if I could just get them to bow ride, and they did. On my motorless vessel here, I can get it going up to 5 to 6 miles per hour, which is just enough to kind of engage and get them to enjoy the pressure wave from my board and have a little fun. And I tell you what, there is nothing cooler than dolphins riding your bow, especially on a paddleboard. It's just one of my absolute favorite things.
Hey, beautiful.
Okay, let's just want to talk about their appearance a little bit. So there's a couple of things that really differentiate the Pacific white-sided dolphins from other dolphins in the area. First, the most obvious trait, and for which they actually get their names, is their distinct coloring. Their sides and dorsal fins are a dual-tone gray and white, and their bellies are pure white. While their back, flukes, which is their tail, and lips are black. So they have a really distinct color. Another interesting feature is that they lack a long, pronounced beak, like you'd see like on a bottlenose dolphin, you know, think flipper, or common dolphins. So their beak is almost non-existent. And then lastly, and my favorite characteristic, is their dorsal fins. They have a unique two-tone dorsal fin that looks to me like a crescent moon. And it also makes it really easy to distinguish them from other types of dolphins from a distance, because you just see that dorsal fin pop up and you see that distinct crescent moon on their curved dorsal fin, and you go, oh, those are Pacific white-sided. And then you get really excited. If you like this content, please just go ahead and give it a like and a subscribe, and I appreciate your support.